This is Screencast 10 of the RCS PTM Term 3 Screencasts. This one I'm going to be looking at the Connect and Combine tool and the Split tool. So I need to draw some lines for this, and just to show there's some other little variants in the attributes panel rather than just doing everything the same. I'm going to make the lines a little bit thicker there by setting the thickness. I'm going to leave them black, but I could choose some colours in there as well. So I'm going to draw, choose a line tool first. I'm going to draw a line, again hold down shift to make it vertical, draw a couple more lines here, and since I said it, I'll do just choose another colour. If for some reason you don't have colours, you may have active document chosen there, either in your fill or in your colours here. It's just because the active document may only have black and white in it. I've been using some other colours in the previous tutorials, so they've got some options there. If you click on classic Vectorworks colours or standard Vectorworks colours, you'll get some other options here. I'll go over that again in a second in another tutorial. So I'm just choosing a blue line here. Oh, that was a previous one. Let's choose green for this one. And so, for no other reason than it's just to show you how to change the colour of lines. So, Connect and Combine tool, first of all, we have 4 options. Forget the roof, mitre roof face joins. That's not really for us at the moment. More obviously a building thing. We're just going to look at the lines. So, this first option here just extends the line that you click to another bisecting line. Any line that's kind of going to cross its path, it'll extend it out. So it's kind of useful for tidying up, I suppose. That's an option. I'll just undo that using Command Z or Control Z if you're on a PC. The next option here will combine it but turn it into it'll combine the two. You'll see what happens if I click above, so that would be my bisecting point there, or connection point there. If I click here, it'll turn it into these 2 lines there. I'll just go undo again, and if I click below, it'll join those 2 lines there. Still remains as 2 lines, but it's joined them and got rid of the bit that it turned it into a right angle essentially. So the other bit that wasn't needed, it got rid of. The third option here will do the same thing but turn it into a polygon. So the previous one left the 2 lines as 2 separate lines. This one, if I connect it again, it's now one object, albeit open. So if I click on this, you can see on the right hand side it's a polygon rather than 2 lines. And if I closed it, it would be a closed polygon, which would be important if I wanted to turn this into 3D. Okay, I'll go back again just to show that the where you click is important. If I click down there, it turns it into a big polygon in that direction. The final one here kind of does the same as previously, but this time we define the boundary and then click the lines to meet that boundary. So that could be useful if, rather than clicking each one in the previous. There, it's just it's a multi-tool version. So that's the Connect and Combine tool. The next one I wanted to show you was the Split tool. So the Split tool has 3 options. First option there is defining a point. So if I define a point there and a point there, then again I've gone back to the Select tool and I should be able to pull out the bit that I've split off. The second option here is to draw a line through. So we draw a line through and it will split. It's made a bit of a mess of it because I've already got split points and open objects here. I'll draw another one, so it's a closed object, and do the Split tool again. So again, we'll just do the same thing, kind of like I did before, but drawn through. So rather than picking the points, I drew through and I split it off back to being open polygons again. And like I say, you can always close them up if you need to do 3D with them. And the third option here, I'll just draw another rectangle so we don't end up with, move my screen up using the shift bar and just dragging it. The third option here is to split and trim. So this time when I draw through, it's going to give me a little arrow, unfortunately this screencasting software doesn't allow me to zoom in, but going a little arrow which is asking me which side to keep. Hopefully when you do this you'll be able to see the little arrow. So I just click to define which side I want to keep and it gets rid of the rest. Again, it's left it open, so if I want to close it, just closed in the object info palette. Okay, so that's a nice short little tutorial, and I want you to go and test all those things, the connect and combine tool and the split tool. See you in the next one.